Welcome back to another edition of 3-Minute Cocktails. Today our cocktail is what's called a prohibition cocktail. It's called the 12-mile limit. And this one we use some rum, we use some rye whiskey, we use some brandy, and we use some grenadine. And we're going to start with the rum, and we use a full part of the rum. We're going to do 2 of those for 2 cocktails. And the reason this is called a prohibition cocktail is it was created during Prohibition, in part in response to Prohibition. We move on to the rye whiskey. We're using a half part, so the small side of your jigger. And we do 2 of those for 2 cocktails. So when Prohibition was implemented, they included the ban on boats within the 3-mile territorial waters. We're moving on to the brandy now, and again, a half part of that. So 2 half parts for 2 cocktails. Well, people on their boats started going beyond the 12-mile limit, or the 3-mile limit. So the government started talking about extending it to 12 miles. With the grenadine, we're just going to put a splash in there to give it some color and a little bit of sweetness. Oh, about that much. So bartenders started making a drink called the 12-mile limit. So with the lemon juice, 1/4 of a lemon for 1 drink, a half a lemon for 2 drinks. And just as a little tip, if you're going to use a lemon for juice, keep it out of the refrigerator. Let it warm to room temperature. You'll be able to get more of the juice out of it by doing so. And we're going to cover that up with our shaker. Give it 15 seconds or so of shaking. Chill all those ingredients over the ice. Get them nice and mixed up together. There we go. And it's time to pour. And you'll see our drink here has a nice rosy pink color to it. If you wanted it to be pinker, you could add more of the grenadine, but then you'd also want to balance that out by adding more lemon juice, so you balance that sweet and sour together. So we have the 12-mile limit, a classic cocktail. Cheers.